Hello, I'm motor racing commentator Lee Diffie. For 15 years I have and continue to travel the world covering motorsport. And no matter where I've been, no matter what the category I've been commentating on, I've never seen anywhere as brutal on engine temperatures as right here in Australia. If you can cool engines here, you can cool them anywhere. And that's why PWR is the cooling choice of champions.
What are the teams looking for? What they're looking for, Steve, is real simple. Getting this nose to the ground is one thing we're talking about. Downforce itself, which makes front tires grip better. Reducing the drag, making the air go over the car, which makes more horsepower because we've already got restricted horsepower. And how do you do that? By adding more tape to the nose in a race configuration. Qualifying, no big deal. It's the race. If I can run a little bit more tape than you can, I've got an advantage. And how you get there...
But now you just made me hot.
That's right. I've made you hot, so I've got to figure out a way to cool it off. And the way teams are doing that, new technology as far as radiators are concerned. Like PWR here, this is a radiator that was built over in Australia. New technology coming in the United States. Some teams used it last year. They found out they can add some tape to the front nose, making more downforce, reducing drag. And what that means is you've got more speed.
So here we are at the world headquarters of PWR, just minutes from the Gold Coast, one of Australia's most popular tourist destinations. And these display units here in the lobby are the only ones kept on a shelf. The reason why is every single product manufactured here at PWR is custom made. So let's take you inside the factory to show you how it's done, and let's meet the people behind the brand. PWR has an extensive history and ongoing involvement in global motorsport categories like Formula One, NASCAR, sports cars, V8 supercar, sprint car, rally and many more. And every product for every category is made here at the 70,000 square foot state-of-the-art manufacturing facility in Queensland, the brainchild of company owner Kees Wheel. Well, Kees, here we are. This is the heartbeat of PWR, the factory where the world-renowned products are made. It's obvious this is where it happens.
Yeah.
But how does it happen?
Well, it's pretty straightforward, really. At the end of the day, when you have all the equipment we have here, we have an 8-step process. It all kicks off with the fin assembly. In this process, we have the fin cut to length to fit the size and matrix of the core. All of the fin is manufactured in-house by these machines. Next is the header plate assembly area, where the header plate is precisely fitted onto the core assembly. All these tubes must line up with the slots in the header plate. The washing and brazing process is the next step. In this step, the core is washed and fluxed and then goes into the brazing furnace. This takes about 2.5 hours depending on the size of the core. Testing is crucial, and this is the final step before it goes into our fabrication area. The sheet metal phase comes next. This is where all our tanks and brackets are made with our CNC turret punch. Detailed fabrication is paramount in the manufacture of top-class cooling units. All of our welders have been trained in-house. This enables them to have the passion required to keep our quality at the highest level. Final testing is really the last hurdle for us to jump, and this is where it gets the stamp of approval. After all of that, every unit is carefully checked and boxed with a lot of care. And then they are dispatched all around the world directly to our customers in Europe, North America, Middle East, and of course, right here in Australia.
So that's the manufacturing process in a nutshell. But there is so much more to making the world's #1 cooling products. PWR's engineering staff are continually challenging conventional cooling principles and pushing the boundaries in search of the next generation of thermal cooling technology. The most sophisticated CAD, CFD and wind tunnel work is conducted at PWR headquarters not only to enhance the products, but to enable an uninterrupted highway of data flow between the factory and the customer. This equips the engineering group with the reactionary flexibility to respond to a customer's needs in a very short period of time. Racing is in the DNA of PWR, and it's the foundation on which the company is built. PWR co-owner Paul Wheel has a successful history in V8 supercars and off-road racing, so he not only understands the rigours of racing, but what the customer wants.
In competition, no matter what category around the world it is, things change quickly, and PWR are able to react just as quick. But that's not all you get with PWR. You're not just buying a product, you're buying into more than 30 years experience in the cooling business, a piece of this company and an engineering partnership.
Two-frame cars are so good with the tire issues we've been having all year, and they're good here at this track. John Potter put in a great stint. Spencer's doing good. Andy got a little tap in the front. Unfortunately, knocked a radiator out. We didn't have those good PWR radiators in that car, which will teach us. We'll put those in, but anyway.
With PWR, we're looking for, first of all, a competitive radiator package. Secondly, we're looking for reliability. To finish first you've got to finish. And also PWR give us a very good personal service as well that helps us adapt the systems to our needs.
I think with PWR, their development cycle is the same as we are with the car cycle, where they're constantly working on development. It's very clean development. It's very, you know that when you get an answer from them, you know when they develop the part, you know you're going to put it on the car and see a gain right away. There's a case in point on that where at the 24 Hours Daytona, there's a problem with clogging on the Daytona prototype. And worked with Keys and the guys at PWR. We came up with a fin core design that's worked very well.
The most important aspect to the PWR story is everything is manufactured in-house. PWR offers a vast array of high-performance core configurations, from standard to low-pressure drop. Fin design is one of the cornerstones of the PWR architecture. Choose from a variety of fin specifications, louver angle, height and density, all made to order. Then there's the PWR world-leading tube design. Whether your requirements call for drawn or dimple tube, with the flexibility of choosing traditional interior characteristics or with an internal turbulator, PWR has all the ingredients to manufacture exactly what you want.
They've been able to get a really good handle on the race-ready market by using their technology, using their facilities to come up with products that are available, but not only available, but suit each requirement in the different markets and at a very good price point. That's what set them apart from their competition.
But PWR does more than just racing. It also facilitates the passionate world of hot rods and restorations. Whatever car, whatever year, whatever model, PWR can keep you cool. Now, for those of you who don't live close to Australia, don't worry. PWR ships worldwide 52 weeks a year. If logistics was a problem, then the very best teams in Formula One and NASCAR wouldn't be using PWR.
You know, they're in Australia, of course, and we were worried about the time and delivery, and that isn't an issue. You know, they're you know, as good as any vendors next door to us, so they do a great job at turnaround. But that was our biggest worry, was a turnaround time, and that's not there.
We've had a long-term relationship with FedEx, but we ship globally with all carriers. We've never had a major issue, and customers get what they want when they want it.
Getting what you want, when you want it, and a quality product. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Why don't you make PWR your #1 choice when it comes to cooling?